Hello and welcome to the podcast, round two
Round
with
two.
Tex.
Well, this is round 3 for us, actually.
How so?
Third collab.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Round two because this podcast is about fucking first and then filming a podcast after.
Period.
Where we get to talk a little bit more. And with some creators, I get to know them better. I feel that I know Cory pretty well.
You definitely do.
More than others, but also I don't know everything. So that's why you're here. So I can ask you a million questions.
Let's do it.
First of all, I would just want to know, how did you get started with content creation?
It's pretty unglamorous. I was living here, LA. I live in LA for the time being. And I needed a car. So I drained all of my savings on a new car. And I was like, damn, I'm really not comfortable not having a savings. Like, how can I make money really, really quickly? And I'm kind of always just like, I really shoot my shot. Like, I really am that bitch who's like on Grindr with like a machine gun of like, hey, handsomes, just like, like everybody. So I was like, I might as well like financialize this really bad habit.
Are you saying you're a whore?
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a whore and I really put myself out there and I'm very unafraid of rejection. So like, I was like, I think this all kind of like works. And like the beauty of living in LA is like you inadvertently end up just fucking OnlyFans dudes anyway. So I just reached out to like, Brogan was like the first dude I collabed with and he was so helpful and like connected me with a bunch of people. And so it just was like really easy and fun. And so it just kind of happened.
So how long have you been doing content?
Just over a year. Yeah.
Oh, so you're like new.
I guess. I feel like there's been such like an explosion. I mean, OnlyFans is breaking news, sky is blue. Like OnlyFans is so saturated now. Like, and I feel like there's this constant trickle of like new OnlyFans creators. So I like to think I'm new. Sometimes it feels like after a year, like there's already this whole new crop of people who have appeared. But
Sure.
yeah, I guess I'm new.
Yeah, I mean, like any new city, there's always fresh meat. But I think what really stands out with some content creators is they actually stay consistent and they continue to create content. I think you see a lot of these new people. For example, I keep a list in every city, like as I'm scrolling Twitter and I'm like, oh, this guy's hot.
Because you are literally the most judicious, scrupulous, meticulous creator ever.
Yeah, I'm pretty organized.
He is the most organized. Full plug.
So I was going through a list for, I think it was Canada actually, or no, it was Australia. Because I was like wanting to fly out to Australia and I was going through my list because as a salesperson, I've got my process, right? So going through my list and I was looking people up and I'm like, this handle doesn't exist. This handle doesn't exist. Like I went through 5 on my list of people in Australia and I'm like, wow, that like 5 people who started like completely stopped. So I think there is a lot of turnover per se. And I'm assuming for a lot of new creators, they may have whatever ambition and then kind of figure out that this is a lot more work or they're not that into it or there's a million reasons why, I'm sure.
Totally.
But like people kind of fall out. So like being at it for a year, like I'm giving you a little award, a little
yeah,
crown.
it definitely
made it.
Thank you. I like to think I'm consistent, reliable. Not many such cases are not. It's interesting you bring up Australia because I mean, yeah, I do think there's a lot of like boom and bust where like people get into it and then they're like, oh, this is actual work, or like, oh, I have to have a sort of like brand savvy or market savvy that I simply don't possess. Like being hot is not enough. But also, interestingly, Australia is doing this like major crackdown on porn and access to porn, be it through Twitter or X, like age verification, whatever. So I do think a lot of creators, this is also happening in the EU, are like really struggling to like make content and make it like financially viable. Like there was a collab house here like 6 months ago or so with a bunch of like British guys and I recorded with a couple of them and like they were like, I really need you to post some clips because like I got to break out to a new audience because with all these like all this legislation going on, blah blah blah, like my reach has just like tanked. And I was like, damn. So maybe it's hard out there down under. I don't know.
Yeah, that's good to know for the Australian creators. I know in the States even there's always like some hillbilly and legislation that's trying to pass some stupid ass,
16 states have age verification laws now.
Yeah. I mean, I can kind of see the age verification for the intention of preventing minors from watching it, but I also don't think that's effective because how many times I mean, I'll speak for myself, like, when I was looking for porn. I mean, but the internet was just beginning when I was looking for porn.
We know it's not effective. Sorry, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I won't drag you down this rabbit hole if you don't want to go there. But like,
please.
I've actually been doing a lot of research on this. I'm writing an article about it.
Yeah.
And there's like all this research that like age verification doesn't work because anybody who's over 12 years old knows what a VPN is. And then also like in practice, a lot of these legislations like just get used to like predominantly like erect censorship around like LGBTQ plus content and stuff. And like this is happening. Like Butt Magazine just got like kicked off of Instagram. Like, like they're always like looking for an excuse to make sure that like gay people like can't show crack. So,
Do you feel like straight people are showing crack?
I mean, definitely not as much as gay people, but
Okay.
I think everybody's showing crack these days. We live in the era of the BBL. Like everybody's showing crack.
Well, showing crack, showing the dildo in their sweatpants, running around acting like it's their dick, that they're hard. And it's just like for the engagement, and apparently some people are engaged.
It's working for some people. It's working on a lot of people, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of like there's trends, and that's like a trend right now. It'll go away because it's stupid.
Bulge is gonna go away.
No, bulge is not gonna go away. Like an actual bulge, like your actual dick. Please let me see it.
Totally,
swinging 100%. In your pants because that's hot. But if it's like like this, it's like very clearly
very phallic. I'm glad you found that.
It does look like a dick. This is like a caterpillar
watering can.
Yeah,
for the plants.
Okay. We're fun here.
We're so fun.
On the topic of content creation, you and I were talking earlier before we hooked up about how kind of creators are all over the place with their consistency,
totally,
with their responsiveness or not, and
their base levels of respect.
And I've kind of sometimes I try to break this down in my head, like, hey, this is just like if I'm hitting someone up on Grindr, or if I was like trying to initiate something with someone at a bar or club or whatever. Like, I'm not for everyone, right? Like, not everyone is for everyone. I'm not. Thank you so much, but
sound off in the comments if that's true.
I am not everyone's type, and
in theory, sure.
Yeah. It's kind of like, how do we navigate this respectfully? Because I think sometimes it's like the mind games. Like, I almost prefer if I reach out to someone and they're not interested, that they just don't say anything at all, because that's a very clear signal. They're not saying, I don't like you because XYZ. They're just not responding, and I'm okay with that. I get caught up when they start responding, and then they get ghosty, or then they come up with a excuse. And the thing is, I have receipts. Like, you can't fool me. You maybe can, but your lies got to be very believable.
Right. Right.
Because I can add and connect dots. Like, what has your experience been?
I mean, first, I would say I would like to think I'm like you, but I am literally like a spoiled brat. So it's like when I don't get what I want, I'm like, no, that's mine. No, that's mine. So like if someone doesn't answer me, I'm kind of always like, no, they'll probably like someday be interested, which is totally not true. Like, ghosting is an answer. It's not a good one, but it is an answer.
Sure. But it's like reading that ghosting and then understanding that, like, why am I wasting my energy with this person?
Totally.
Versus like hoping that it's gonna
100.
There's just
100%.
So much energy wasted on that.
Yeah, I think the thing with OnlyFans is it's different because it's like, I hate calling it work because like it is really fun and I do enjoy it. And I don't think the boundary between work and play with OnlyFans is so clear, but like there's money on the line. Like, sure. if I'm like making, to your point, like, yeah, just don't answer me, because the second you start answering me and I'm like trying to schedule, because I get down to brass tacks very quickly. I'm like, this is when I'm free, this is what I want to do, or blah 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 blah, because like I'm here to make some money. Yeah, this is a business. You start answering me, you start booking with me. it's worse and worse the further along you get on the process. And we talked about this before, where it's like, I think the thing that fucking sucks, honestly, is like you just kind of never really, like you're never really like out of the water. Like I have recorded a collab with somebody that I thought went really well. We agreed on a publication date. They told me they were going to edit it. A week out, I'm like, can you send me that video? No word. Day before, I'm like, what's going on? Because like I scheduled this video to come out this day, and now I don't have content to publish today, or I have to like move things around, reach out to other creators, like, and then I literally never heard from this person, and it's like,
have you heard from them still today?
no,
Okay.
no, I literally sent them a admittedly crazy text the other day that was like, this is rude as fuck. Like you could have just sent me an answer. Like even if it's like, I'm not going to publish this, or I don't feel like editing this shit, or like,
are you dead?
Literally, are you there? Like,
yeah.
And I think that really sucks because it's time, it's money, it's like, but it's also just like a matter of respect. Like if we like the problem with OnlyFans for me has been like, ultimately like we're professionals, or we should be, and ironically like the creators who tend to be like really good and like treat it professionally, yourself absolutely included, are people who have like other occupational and professional endeavors outside of OnlyFans. The creators who it's like they live and breathe OnlyFans, like the most popular creators, the ones most financially successful, are also like the fucking worst to work with, because like they are like relying on their cachet to be like, yeah, like I can just kind of treat you however I want because I know you're going to want to work with me. But also like they don't necessarily have practice like keeping schedules and shit. And
like, we don't know how to use a calendar
literally at all. And like I don't want to generalize, because if OnlyFans has taught me one thing, it's like put 1,000 OnlyFans creators in a room and they will have like 1,000 different like approaches and styles and like personalities and everything.
Yeah,
like
it's art.
The cool thing about this space is like everybody really is so different, and like each experience is different. So I'm definitely like making generalizations, but at the same time, we could all like, I mean, gay men in general are terrible at like respecting one another, but like, I don't know, if you're going to be a creator.
Are we?
Yeah, I think so. Do you not?
I kinda. I think it depends, but like generalization, yeah, you could probably say that.
I mean, look, it's a lot of
It's
things.
very short and sexual,
right?
And,
it's the drugs. It's the
can we fuck? Are we gonna fuck or not?
Right.
No. Okay.
Right.
Next.
Yeah. Exactly.
It can be transactional.
It can totally be transactional, and I am absolutely an offender. Like I am not absolved of this. Like I totally am imperfect. Like, and I am definitely like that sometimes. But then I think when it also becomes like a professional thing with OnlyFans, it's like we have to like hold ourselves to a higher standard.
So I want to, touch on the fact that every time I fuck you and then I've watched your content, you already know what this question's going to be.
Yeah, I do. Yay! Can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah. So like you have like a daddy fetish.
I have a huge daddy thing, and I don't really know why. Like, super supportive, loving, positive relationship with my father. Like maybe that's why. I think like, is the question like where where it comes from?
My question was going to be, what about a guy makes him a daddy?
Yeah.
And like what for you in using that word, like what power does that give you?
What power does it give me? I'll start there, and then I'll tell you what makes a daddy. So like I'm a freak. Okay, baseline, I'm a freak. So like, sure. So I think it's like, if you can't like get into that, I'm like, you're too vanilla. Like this isn't gonna work. Like it's kind of like a litmus test for like, are you uninhibited in the bedroom? Are you, because like sex is fun and silly, and like even if you're not an OnlyFans creator, like when you have sex, like it's theatrical, and you can be authentic and still be like putting on a performance or a show, right? Because like you're hot, you're feeling hot, and you want that person to think you're hot. And so it's like part of like putting on a show is like taking on like a character and like really like exaggerating the experience, because it helps me like lock in and be like, I'm in this like fantasy and this dream with somebody, because like sex is awesome, but sex is also like not how we live the rest of our lives. So why should it look like what the rest of my life looks like? I don't need it to be boring. So to that end, what makes a daddy? I think it's somebody who they kind of meet the call. Like if I'm gonna call you daddy, you're like, you're gonna take control, you're gonna be in charge. Yeah, it helps if you're like big and muscular and hairy and you have a fat dick, all of the above, but like it's more of like an energy. It's like, are you in
Yeah.
control? Because
Yeah.
like your daddy's an authority figure. You're listening to
Right.
him. Like for me, like the power comes from like I am trying actively to like relinquish control because I want you to.
You just want to be a whole.
I just want to be a whole and I
Yeah.
want to be used, but I also want you to feel confident in the fact that like I'm, you know, like I'm try as you might, you're not going to blow my back out. Like I can take it. You know I can take it. Anyone who's watched me get fucked knows I can take it. And so and so for me, I'm like, it's also a way of like giving if I'm getting fucked, like giving them permission to just kind of like lean in.
Yeah. Well, you
Does
definitely
it
get the
work?
permission. Yeah, the permission is granted.
Permission is granted.
It's almost like you're like begging. You're like, please. You're like, please.
Of course
Daddy,
I am. Sex is amazing.
Please, Daddy.
Yeah.
Just wreck me. Which is hot. Like it's hot to have
so hot.
a bottom who is just like feral and just like needs it. It just makes it hot because
you.
I'm not like worried that I'm gonna hurt you or
Right.
like I can just like do what I want.
And don't get me wrong, like
you're
I
gonna
have
take it.
range. Like I like slow, passionate sex as well. But like back to this question of OnlyFans is business, OnlyFans is a market. Maybe I've like cornered myself, but like I have videos that sell. I have videos that don't sell as well. And like I know what I do that
So
people
what sells?
buy. Daddy
And
sells. Daddy sells.
The guy is Daddy. So if it like what is another type that you've created with that hasn't landed with your audience?
What like hasn't landed? That is such a good question. You know, and I feel bad because I'm a side apologist. Like I love a side. If you're good at sucking dick and you don't like taking it up the ass, more power to you.
Yeah.
But like side content, like mutual jerk content, at least for me, like doesn't
They don't
sell.
really care.
And I'm not like I think
Where are you doing the mutual jerk?
in my bedroom where I do like everything.
So you think it's the setting maybe? Like could it be hotter if it was like in a park or your backseat?
Totally. I mean, I think people are always like moved by like public or like kind of illicit content or like,
Definitely.
you know, shaking it up. I really want to get more like beach content. I'm a Florida boy. I love the beach. Like I really need to be getting fucked in the sand more.
Well,
Creators take note.
I see an opportunity for you this summer.
I see a huge opportunity. I will be spending a lot of time on the beach in Spain this summer.
Yeah.
Hit me up or
Well, so yeah, let's talk about your travels because like you were mentioning before, you live in LA right now, but you're moving.
I'm moving to New York. Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to move, but before that, you're going to go travel Europe.
Yeah. Before that, I'm doing like it's like half eat, pray, love, hiking bullshit, and then like content trip. So
yeah. So what places are you traveling to?
for content and in terms of cities, I'm going to London, Barcelona, Madrid, Berlin.
Berlin.
Yeah.
I've
will be great.
yet to go.
Really?
Really?
That's really shocking.
Yeah. I definitely want to get some Bergenheim in me.
Bergheim, yeah.
Bergheim, yeah.
Yeah.
See, haven't been.
We'll get you educated real quick.
Wait, what is it?
Bergheim?
Bergheim.
I'm not gonna attempt a German accent. I wish I
Okay.
could. But
But like then there's also snacks, which I've been like maybe I
wanna
should
get
go
a
for
snack
snacks.
So bad. I want to go so bad.
You're going to these places, and that's your plug for like creators. Like hit him up,
Right.
Because he's.
If this comes out in time, but
yeah, that's right. Where else are you going that's maybe not for content?
Not for content. I'm hiking the Pyrenees, which, if you don't know, it's like a big mountain range between France and Spain. Doing that for like a week. I'm hiking part of the Camino de Santiago, which is a big hike from Portugal to Spain. So and through Spain rather. So I'm doing that in the north of Spain. I'm going to Sicily.
Okay.
Like,
Wow, that sounds like a great summer.
I know. I'm really throwing caution to the wind.
So you're going starting in June?
Yeah, June 1.
Through
August 1-ish. I haven't bought my return flight, so we'll see how much fun I'm having.
Yeah.
I am, like, caveat, I think I mentioned this to you, living out of a backpack. I am that bitch who's just going to be cycling through, like, 4 outfits for 2 to 3 months. And so come, like, late July, it's going to be more of a question of, like, how sick am I of, like, living out of a backpack.
Yeah.
But I don't have to be in New York till September 1, so it's kind of like
maybe you find a daddy.
The dream. I did have someone hit me up via Instagram actually offering me to come to their like villa in Ibiza. Daniel, if you're listening, let's make it happen. But yeah, any daddies, like by my very loose definition of what makes a daddy, if you're trying to host me in Europe, I'm available.
If you have a body, a big dick, and
Free housing.
free housing,
Yeah.
and you're not a creep.
And you're not a creep.
Yeah.
Big, you're not a creep.
Yeah. We need you to make it through the summer.
Totally. I will. I'm savvy. I got this.
Yeah. All right. So, what would you say is the hottest collab?
That is like a really good question. Okay, 2 answers. They're very different. Hottest in terms of like vibe, like not to toot your own horn, our Zipolite video, it's literally just gorgeous. Like it's
The
literally
setting is gorgeous.
it's like literally just like a beautiful video.
Yeah.
Like that was so top. And like it was also, I think also just like the experience of it itself. Like yes, it sold well. Check it out.
I picked you up on a little Vespa scooter.
Yeah, like it was just like
brought you back to the little villa.
You doted on me and it was
Yeah.
amazing. And like the view, like you get the ocean and the beach and like it was so glamorous. I loved that.
The setting was hot. Yeah.
I did film with one of my more recent collabs was Wade Wolfgar, whose dick is like literally
Huge.
it might fans of mine will know I've probably said this like a million times, but I do actually think that's maybe the biggest dick I've ever seen. And like he just
Because of the girth or the length or both?
both.
Okay.
Like this thing was like arguably like the size and shape of like a football. Like it is just like,
hey Arnold, just
literally.
getting fucking like shoved in you.
not Hey Arnold. Oh my god. The worst part is some people watching this are probably not even old enough to know what Hey Arnold is.
That's okay. They can Google it.
Yeah, Google it. Football head. Hey. No, but yeah, so he's obviously super well endowed, but he's also just like an expert, like veteran creator. Like that video is beautifully shot, color corrected, everything. And it was also like, I just like did not even fucking know I was recording. Like I was so in it.
God.
Like, and my hole was obliterated. Like it looked like a crater. Like it was just like crazy. But like,
Wow.
it was also like, it was great because the way he'd set everything up, you do this too. It was just like, there was no need to fuck with anything, no need to think about it. Like he could just hammer away at me for an hour. And yeah, he just, like I said, I can take it. And he was really, really unafraid to give it.
Love that.
And I was limping all the way back to Los Angeles.
Okay.
It helps that I wanted
Was that
it.
in Canada?
No, he's in San Diego.
Okay.
I did drive my ass down to San Diego for that dick. Like
for a 2-hour drive, right?
Yeah.
Well worth it.
Honestly, it was. There are very few collab. Like luckily being in LA, I haven't had to travel much to collaborate, but that was worth traveling 100%.
Okay. So what do you do outside of content creation?
Yeah, I do a lot of like freelance writing and like content strategy.
Yeah, because like talk about Zipolite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was in Zipolite actually writing an article for Them magazine, which is just like a queer publication for anyone who doesn't know. And it was sort of about the Somos, the festival that we were there attending, and more broadly about like, what does it mean that a bunch of gringos are like descending on this like small Mexican beach to like dance and do drugs and like spend a lot of money that the people around them don't necessarily have. So yeah, I do like writing, culture criticism. I have a Substack, shameless plug. It's corybradshaw.substack.com, where I do write about like porn, intimacy, dating, kind of whatever strikes my fancy.
I like barely know what a Substack is.
Totally.
So for those,
and I love that for you. And I wish I barely knew what a Substack was.
yeah. So what is it?
Substack is like if Tumblr and Twitter had a baby. If anybody remembers Tumblr, well, she's still around. So it's basically like there's like a feed with like your Twitter where there, or X or whatever, where there's like short form notes and photos and posts and stuff, short form video as well. But it's mostly geared towards just like longer form writing. Okay. So a lot of those notes will be like links to like longer articles. It's basically being driven a lot by like Substack's sort of initial like success was in like, journalism is tanking. And so a lot of journalists who were just being criminally underpaid or like struggling to find work were just like, I'm just going to do it myself. Like I'm going to take it to Substack because it's like a subscription model. So
Like I pay for Substack or I pay for your
you pay for
Substack?
my Substack, which admittedly, really bad model. People should be paying for Substack. And then I think creators, based on like the success of their writing, should be getting like shares of what people are paying
I
in.
see.
But also my Substack and many others is I do have paid subscribers because they just love me that much, but like it's free. I don't charge. For me, it's like about, for me, it's like an exercise in refining my writing and sharing myself.
Expressing yourself, yeah.
It's so there's a lot of creative writing on there. There's also a lot of really great journalism happening, but
So,
yeah.
Are you gonna be writing while you're traveling?
Oh, totally. Hopefully. Yeah.
So like what's your process? Will you write about a collab that you have filmed or like a hike that you just went on? Like what are you like sharing in your Substacks?
I do write about collabs. One of my most recent post was about this guy who sucked my dick at the gym. My writing is very like introspective, like in that like you're kind of like in my head while I'm experiencing this thing. So even though I'm getting my dick sucked, I'm like having this sort of like ancillary thought about like, I don't know, some weird memory that like the experience is conjuring up, or like like I hate for example, there's like a whole diatribe in there, but like I hate hooking up in water.
Okay.
Because, well, first of all, water is really drying, so it's like bad for your skin, and it's super bad for fucking because it makes a lot of friction.
Yeah.
But also I think like there's this like weird like sort of juxtaposition in a shower where it's like this is a place where you come to like clean yourself and prepare yourself for the world, and I'm like getting my dick sucked in here, and it's like also totally like not allowed because I'm at a gym. So there's this weird juxtaposition of like what you're supposed to be doing in here versus like what you're actually doing in here, and I kind of just like play with those sort of like those weird like tendrils of thought and like turn them into like funny, irreverent, I like to think sometimes insightful little pieces. Click my link tree on my Instagram, on my X, my Substack's there.
We are filming in this house that you will no longer be living in soon.
R.I.P.
Which, I think so many people have been like, "Are you in Fire Island right now?" Because
I get that all that I cannot.
It's the Pines. It looks like it's the Pines, right?
In case you're unfamiliar, my bedroom is like all cedar, like floor to ceiling. It's just a big wood room with tons and tons of windows and natural light, and like it looks like a house in the Pines.
Yeah,
and I love that about it. I'm gonna miss it so much.
Yeah, how many collabs have you filmed in that room? Would you say?
That is such a good question.
Do you have a chalkboard with tally marks?
Okay, let's see. I've been doing this for like I probably have filmed like 60 collabs overall.
60? Oh,
in the past year, because I publish like once a week.
Right.
I'm gonna guess around like 25 of those, maybe a few more are like in that bedroom.
Yeah. So I have a follow-up question.
Totally.
So if you have filmed 60 collabs in the last year, how many people have you slept with?
Oh my God. I it's like a slot machine that's just like rolling and rolling. Like there's no, like the machine, whatever counter machine is just breaking. Like, it's going to short circuit and blow up. Like it can't count
the
that high.
odometer past the counter. It's just all nines.
It's
now.
all nines. Yeah, we can't count that high.
So I explained my OnlyFans work to my family.
Okay.
And I said,
you're ahead of me.
Well, maybe this is how, I don't know what your relationship is with them, but
but maybe not this close.
Well, I've always kind of like driven my own bus, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do, like whether or not they're on board with it. But,
totally.
So like they can't tell me no, like I'm an adult, I'm going to do it. But I was like that as a kid. So I explained to them that I was starting a new business because they know that I'm entrepreneurial. And I said, you're going to see me talk about it sometimes on my Instagram because they follow me there. The intent is for me to be able to buy properties and invest the money because OnlyFans at the time was like a second gig for me. It was a side hustle. I was like, and I think I'm going to make this much money per year. Which is more than what they make. So I think like I was trying to rationalize it for them. And then I was like, and what I'm doing is adult content. So you don't have to see the adult content as long as you don't click on anything or go searching for anything.
Right.
But I know that like my mom has some of her work friends that like follow me on Instagram, and I'm like, I don't need them to go to my mom and be like, what is your
Totally.
son doing?
They need to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. For sure.
Correct.
I'm
Horse. So,
horse.
I would not claim to be a horse. There are men who are
That
horses.
sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
we
I'm
have
not
a
small,
we're in
but
a
I'm not a horse.
we're in a skewed population. Like, you know what I mean?
Why?
Well, because you're more like only I think OnlyFans creators are more likely to have bigger dicks.
Yeah. I mean,
Right?
like, I know some creators that don't, and they're more like bottoms, or they.
Totally.
Yeah, I get
mean,
it.
again, it's a business. What makes the money?
Yeah.
Where are the assets?
Yeah.
How did that go?
How are you gonna how did it go? They were like, okay.
Nice.
Literally, they're like, okay.
Okay.
And that was kind of it. And then now, my dad will be like, did you see how much this girl made? Like, she's making $200K per month and she's buying a car and all this. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, the girls really make it out.
The girls really make it
I'm
out.
doing good, but I'm not
proud
even
of all
scratching the surface of what these
proud
girls
of
are
all
making.
these CEOs in our midst. Like, they're killing it. I wish it could be me. Like,
If I mean, I do not wish I was a girl. Sorry.
no. Yeah,
But
I'm
if
with
I
you
was
there.
a girl and I was like in the same position where I was creating content, I think I'd be way.
I mean,
better
and
off.
importantly, like, OnlyFans is just like the rest of our economy, where there's a concentration of people making a shit ton of money, and then a huge bottom of the barrel who's like, could not support themselves just off OnlyFans. So, but proud of those girls who have succeeded. Get that car, girl, and get another one.
Get it. Okay, so do you bottom?
Do I bottom?
Do you top?
like
you like,
bro?
Did you
where were
black
you
out
25 minutes ago?
Yeah.
I do.
It's in you right now.
I do top. Going back to your point about like, or you had a question about like what sells and what doesn't sell. I am, contrary to popular belief, like fully versed. Like in my normal sex life, I would say it's very 50-50.
Okay.
Like truly like split right down the middle.
Yeah.
And I love like a flip fuck. Actually, ironically enough, I think my best-selling video of all time with Alt Mace, shout out, is a flip fuck. It's awesome. Everyone should go buy it because I'm never taking it off pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But I do bottom way more for OnlyFans because those videos have made me way more money. I think topping on camera is super fucking hard. Like, I really give you guys your flowers. Like, it is so difficult. I can't figure out the angles. Like, I
can.
You really can. But like me, I'm like, you know what?
When it's just a hole.
I'm just a hole.
Yeah.
When the opportunity presents itself, I take it. Like, Lord knows I do. I do have a couple topping videos. They're probably buried in my archive at this point. And I would love to make more, if only to, diversify. But bottoming sells.
Yeah. So
for
maybe the daddies are for topping, like them topping you.
Totally.
Who would you be topping?
I mean, listen, I also love, like I said, I'm a freak. I love a role reversal. Like, if a dad, like, I love like a really dom dad who's like fucking me, and then he's like, now you're gonna fuck me. Like, because he's telling me what to do. You know what I mean? That's hot. But like, I like it all. Like, I do not have a type. I love a jock. I love a twink. I love an otter. Like, I'm the full gay animal kingdom. Like, it's really like, when it comes to bottoming, it's like, do you have that X factor? Do you let yourself loose? Like, both literally, like, can you open your hole? But also, like, are you an uninhibited person who, I think so often men are like deeply self-conscious when they're bottoming. Like, even men who identify as bottoms. And that for me is like, it's a non-starter. Like, I can't make it work. Like, I'm not, like, I don't get hard for that. Like, you have to be hungry, you have to be eager for it, and you have to be expressive. And so when people are like that, when they're verbal, when they can express their desires, like, that's what makes me want to top, because like, I then know like I can just like hammer away at it, right? And like, we can have this like back and forth about control. Like,
so, do you have any questions for me? Is there any?
Do I have any questions for you? How long do you think you'll do OnlyFans?
Great question. I don't know. I think I probably have another like 2-3 years in me. I'm 39 right now. I still think I'm like climbing, you know, like I'm
Certainly.
in my prime, you
Totally.
know?
Yeah.
But it, I think it just depends on how I evolve with what I do for work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always picking up a new project or doing something else and
You
having my
sure
hands
are.
in a few things. And so like right now, like one big thing fell off and now I'm like turning this up. I'm doing the podcast. Like I really am focusing here, but it's hard for me to know. I would say I probably have another 2 or 3 years in me. Um,
4 more years.
yeah,
4 more.
oh God, yeah. We'll see how many terms I go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
What is your least favorite part about OnlyFans?
I think it sometimes it makes sex a little bit different, like my relationship with sex a little bit different
Mm-hmm.
because like if I'm traveling somewhere, I'm prioritizing filming
Totally.
and there's other guys that I want to connect with that I like, even if it's not sexual, like if it's a hangout or something, I kind of am like I'm like prioritizing the filming because that's like monetary and I give so much value to the monetary future compensation that I can get from that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think sometimes it makes me feel like when I'm traveling to all these places, I'm still working and I'm not necessarily experiencing like living freely.
Totally.
I try to do a better job at that, at being like, okay, the weekend I'm going to go out at night or something, but I also want to be a professional. I don't want to be like out so late that then I'm like tired and not ready to create the next day.
Lord knows I have carried too hard and fucked up a
Yeah.
collab.
So I would just say like sometimes it just makes just like harder to feel like I could connect with more people that I want to.
We actually talked about this when we first met because we met on Fire Island and we
Yeah.
were like both on vacation and we were both like, okay, well, I don't really want to be working necessarily right now, but
Yeah,
like
I had no plans to
right.
film.
No, and I didn't either. But then I was like, oh, but Ryan is so hot. Like I literally need to do it. And well, I mean, I think you actually had more hangups about like you being on vacation. I was like salivating over it, obviously. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think the irony of like all the autonomy it gives you is like, to your point, then you're never like fully off. Like you're kind of like, if the opportunity presents itself, which it so often will when you're traveling or you're going somewhere like Fire Island, you're kind of like, well, fuck, I want to like cash in on this.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your favorite collab ever? I do want to hear that.
Gosh, I should really think about that answer because I have filmed a lot.
Yeah.
I always I will give a shout out to Hung Skater.
Totally. I mean,
Me,
the GOAT, I'm
Hung
sure.
Skater and Big Mike, always make magic. Hung Skater really knows his camera angles and his POV shots, and he's
Amazing.
like he's like me. I feel like I probably learned from him with like he's particular and like, hey, we're gonna do these, and and his shit comes out so fucking hot.
It really does.
Uh,
Hung Skater, if you're seeing this, hit me up.
yeah.
You cannot be messaged on x.com.
Yeah.
So
So I'm gonna say that now, but I'm gonna give this more thought, and in a future podcast,
yeah, we can get an updated. We can get a suite of like A tier.
yeah, like a top,
yeah.
like a MySpace top 9.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
we should bring that back for OnlyFans.
Yeah.
My top collaborations.
Yeah, really. That's
Yeah.
actually a great idea.
That would be like a fierce feature.
Like Amazon recommendation. If you like this
Yes.
collab, you're gonna really like
It
this
really is
one.
a shame that OnlyFans like UX is like absolutely like in the gutter. Like
Yeah, on that topic, there's been so many other platforms that have come out, but none of them scratch the surface
No.
of viewership or creators on the platform than OnlyFans. And I think it's ripe for disruption. I would love to create something different. I actually pitched an idea to an investor
mhm.
who is focused on other AI stuff. And I'm an investor in the company, and I was like, I have a vision for where you could take this, and not upset that's not where he wanted to go, but like I have ideas. I just don't want to build it myself because I've been down that road before. But yeah, like I'd love to come in as a chief product officer or innovation officer for something like Just for Fans, but like
There's this one, which I mean, here I am plugging it, and I like don't use this platform. So like tisk on me, but it's called Mint Stars, and I would love to try it out, because basically as a creator you keep 100% of your earnings. Like the platform doesn't skim
Interesting.
off the top. Like they earn their money through like processing fees that are like really cheap. It's like $1 or something when you like join, or like if you like buy a video or something,
it.
and it's like offloaded on the consumer. So like if you charge 20, the consumer pays 21, and then like Mint Stars makes like $1.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like a really interesting model. Like I think in this day and age when, yeah, like going full circle back to the beginning of this conversation, like porn is kind of like facing an onslaught of censorship, and like in general, it's just like hard to get your fucking coin. Like I don't need billionaires like skimming off the top of my hard ass work. Like something like that would be really cool.
Yeah,
if it could scale.
I think it's right for disruption. Speaking of collabs, though, our collab is going to be dropping on August 8th.
And it's going to be probably the last collab in that iconic bedroom. So I'm really excited to share it with y'all. You should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fabulous.
So be sure to come and watch that. It'll be available on OnlyFans. Do you have a Just for Fans?
I do. I really only publish on my OnlyFans. Sound off if I should be publishing more on Just for Fans, but
if a creator is on Just for Fans, I post to both.
I do have it so that, because like I know creators who post on there, and I want them to be able to just like tag me and not have to deal with that. But
well, you can watch this there on mine, or you can go to his,
or on my OnlyFans for sure.
Yeah. Go watch. All right. Well, lastly, just where can people find you online?
I would say go to my link tree, which has everything.
Which your link tree is where?
linktr.ee/Cory Bradshaw. CORYBRADSHAW. And that has my links to everything, because regrettably
to your
I have
Twitter, to your Just for Fans,
Instagram, OnlyFans, kind of my Just for Fans, and my Substack.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
To have this round 2 with you, or round 3 or 4, as you say. I'm sure we'll have another session in the future.
I can't wait.
Well,
thanks for having me.
Maybe we can have a gangbang or something.
Done. Say less.
Yeah, whore you out.
Maybe I can make a topping debut in a gangbang.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
No, I want to be gangbanged. Actually, funny. I have never been gangbanged. Huge fantasy of mine. Would love to make that happen.
Okay, putting that in the notes.
Noted.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Thank you for having me.
Subscribe, and if you have any questions that you'd like to ask other creators in the future, you can write to my email, questions@texasgymjock.com, and I will ask creators those questions in the future. So thanks for being here, and have a great day.
Later, everyone.